the BAME Apprenticeship Awards recognising British BAME Apprentices, their employers and learning providers. BAME Apprenticeship Awards aim to showcase outstanding BAME apprentices, showcase outstanding employers supporting diversity, create BAME apprenticeship leaders and ambassadors, encourage more people to take up apprenticeships, encourage employers to do more to recruit BAME apprentices. The BAME Apprenticeship Awards, celebrating talent and diversity.
Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the live broadcast of the BAME Apprenticeship Awards 2021 Shortlist Reveal in partnership with Pearson. The last 12 months have been challenging to say the least. The COVID-19 crisis has seen apprenticeship starts in the UK fall by 46% overall in 2020. This is compared to 2019. With the worst affected sectors being health and social care, business management and of course hospitality. Between March and July 2020, over 1,000 apprentices were made redundant, bringing a halt to their apprenticeship programmes. This apparent rise in redundancies is clear evidence of the challenges that the apprenticeship sector has faced as a result of the pandemic. In terms of BAME, while the figures show things have improved over the past 10 years, a lot more work is still required. We need employers to encourage more people from BAME backgrounds to take up apprenticeships. In saying this, we have continued to receive an overwhelming number of nominations, with over 300 apprentices nominated for this year's awards. The quality of the nominations has been phenomenal, and each individual has been a delight to read about. I know the judges are going to have a very difficult task, and we look forward to seeing more from our finalists as they progress on to the next stages of the awards. I would encourage all apprentices to keep up the great work, regardless of the outcome of today, and I would ask that employers continue the fantastic work they are doing to further engagement with their apprentices and use this opportunity to find out what their BAME apprentices need and how they can support them. Now let's hear from some of last year's award-winning apprentices who are sharing their apprenticeship journey.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
I can take some time, right?
Not looking promising, is it?
Yeah, ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
While I was working at the O2 Arena, I found out through the head chef who worked at the O2 at the time.
I found out about apprenticeships by default, to be honest.
I found out about my apprenticeship by looking online.
Actually, it was somebody from Trent who visited my school.
I found out about my apprenticeship whilst I was working for the NHS.
So whilst applying through universities through UCAS, I came across the apprenticeship opportunity on Lloyds Bank.
I found out about my apprenticeship through some representatives coming into my school.
I found out about my apprenticeship through the Mace Group website.
I've always thought that apprenticeships are a good opportunity to have a balance between learning on the job whilst gaining experience as well.
At first I had my sort of doubts about it, but then eventually when I found out more about it and the benefits, it definitely was the right decision to make.
I think my perception was that apprentices get paid £2 an hour, they do admin work, and like it was very like micromanaged as such.
Actually, I didn't really have much of a perception because it wasn't really talked about in my schools. So after doing further research, I realised it was a great opportunity to earn whilst you learn.
It's a win-win situation, both for the company and investing in you, and obviously you as the apprentice learning and hopefully coming out with a full-time job at the end of it.
I thought they were more for younger people.
I thought it was only available to the construction industry, but now after starting my apprenticeship with Lloyds Banking Group, I've realised that you can they're available to accountants, scientists. You can become anything you want by doing an apprenticeship.
Personally, I thought apprenticeships were quite a positive thing. The fact that you can gain experience while working and sort of not being in any debt going to university.
I chose an apprenticeship was because I was gaining the real world experience while securing a degree.
I knew I wanted a career in finance, so if I went to university I would have spent 3 years there, then worked for another Big Four accounting firm for another 3 years, so 6 years in total to work towards my ACA qualification, whereas if I did the apprenticeship route, I'd done the same ACA qualification within 4.5 years.
The Severn Trent programme is a degree apprenticeship, meaning Severn Trent pay for my degree, I'll get valuable on the job experience and I escape the university debt.
I chose to do an apprenticeship because I knew that university wasn't for me full time. It wasn't something that I wanted to do.
I found that an apprenticeship programme was offering a better service for me as I was able to learn and build on my skills.
I really wanted to sort of advance in my career, and I knew that by doing an apprenticeship it offered me the facility to do that.
My family and friends have always been supportive of me because I'm quite wild, so an apprenticeship programme wasn't something that was out of the ordinary for me to choose.
There was a lot of stigma attached to it. They thought that by doing an apprenticeship it undermined my ability.
They never imagined that I could be doing an apprenticeship with Lloyds Bank whilst gaining a permanent position and completing my degree.
Typically, I think in Asian culture, a lot of people think going to university is the favoured option because they get the graduation ceremony.
I think they wanted me to go to university, and I think that was a huge pause in terms of my decision between going to university or doing an apprenticeship.
All my family and friends were extremely supportive, really. I've always had that good support network.
Some people also believed it was for younger people, so they couldn't understand why I would do it in my 30s.
For me, the best thing about my apprenticeship is the experience that I've gained. Doing the job in the real world and gaining that proper experience.
Had an opportunity to experience different rotations.
The best thing from my apprenticeship programme has been the experience that I've gained and the events that I've worked at, such as the Brit Awards 2020.
It opened up a lot of doors and opportunities that I didn't know I would have otherwise. So now I'm 24 years old, I've already got about 7 years worth of work experience behind me.
The people that I've met, the experience that I've gained, and also the opportunities that I've been on.
I was quite timid, quite shy, I would have never done this as an example, and just being able to develop my personal and interpersonal skills, I think that's been the biggest thing. I've definitely grown in confidence.
Personally, I don't think apprenticeships are seen in a negative way anymore, or maybe not as much as what they used to be.
I think there's been a really change of shift in people's mentality around doing an apprenticeship. I think now it's really highly regarded.
Now they are available in so many disciplines that it proves apprenticeships are really successful.
I feel apprenticeships are beginning to be seen in a more positive light, especially that there are more apprenticeships available and people understand that it is for a range of ages.
I think it's just especially in Asian culture, a lot of people think university is the favourable option because that's what past generations have done. I think that's probably one reason why apprenticeships are seen quite negative.
I feel apprenticeships aren't seen as negatively nowadays. There's a lot of opportunities and a lot more of a diverse range of apprenticeships people can do.
I think apprenticeships are definitely still seen to be a negative option. And I think it's quite interesting because I'm not sure where the misconception emerges from.
There is still a negative side behind apprenticeships, however the stigma is slowly being broken down as more people are seeing that it's actually more beneficial for you if you don't want to take the traditional route of university.
I think people need to consider apprenticeships because for some people the more practical route works better for them.
It gives you the experience that you need in the workplace, also your education alongside it. It gives you more confidence as you're working with people that you wouldn't usually be around in a traditional school setting.
I think people should consider doing an apprenticeship is because having that practical experience is incomparable to just a qualification, and you would be able to reach your full potential in your career.
Whereas with doing an apprenticeship, you can earn and learn. You can also test the water, so I can do different placements and I can see if I like it, and if I don't like it, it's okay because I'm still learning and I can specialise in that industry.
I think people should consider doing an apprenticeship programme as you gain a lot of skills and experience outside of the traditional route of university.
During the pandemic, at first it affected my apprenticeship probably a little bit negatively, just because of the fact it was something that I wasn't used to. A lot of my knowledge had been learned on site and being in the office, working around people. However, it also gave me after a bit of time gave me a bit of a benefit because it sort of gave me the opportunity to be more confident.
The pandemic has affected my apprenticeship journey by not being able to have that face-to-face teaching and interacting with other apprentices, but nevertheless we have online tools which have worked out really good because we have recordings, we can see the lectures afterwards as well.
But I think in terms of work, it's somewhat an issue because we are having to work from home now, and you are missing out on that social interaction you have with your colleagues. I guess the work socials that you have just to break, just for the end of the day, just to celebrate things like birthdays, company events, that kind of thing. So I think we do all miss out on that.
The pandemic has come with pros and cons in terms of my apprenticeship. Through the pandemic, I've been given a lot of opportunities to show my responsible side. I've been able to balance my work and uni life.
And again, it sort of showed me that you can be as effective not sitting with a team, and I think it's more than anything taught me to be a lot more independent.
The pandemic has affected my apprenticeship journey as I was originally working at the O2 Arena as a commis chef. However, I was then placed on furlough, and then due to the current climate, there was no change with the lockdown, so I had to look for another job. During this time, it was extremely stressful because it also pushed back the date that I was going to complete my apprenticeship program. However, I was presented with the opportunity to work at a school as a chef manager.
Really ranged from working with schools within my area, so specifically within my borough and within my secondary school that I attended. And again, that was trying to push people again from BAME backgrounds to look at doing an apprenticeship. And I think alongside that, a thing that I sort of found that was quite prominent was like people's interview tips and like their CV experience.
After being shortlisted for the awards, I spoke with a group of young people who are a part of a pre-employability program. During this discussion, I discussed the benefits of the apprenticeships and my current culinary journey that I've taken, so starting as a commis chef and my development to a chef manager. I also explained the various different sites that I worked at, such as Wimbledon 2019.
After being shortlisted for the BAME Apprenticeship Awards, I've been given opportunities to meet with different people, the other shortlisted finalists, and also people have contacted me to do some mentoring opportunities.
I think I've become a little bit of a celebrity at Severn Trent, if I'm honest with you. I think a lot of people who I've not known before have approached me and come up to me, and they've actually asked, oh, I've heard, Jazz, you are doing this apprenticeship, and it seems like you're succeeding in it. I've got a son or daughter or any other family member or friend that's considering an apprenticeship. What advice can you recommend?
After being shortlisted for the awards, I tried to raise awareness with my own company and with companies of family and friends.
So after being shortlisted, I've recently participated in an Athena all-women's Athena hackathon with over 300 plus coders and around the world. So my company, my team and I won the best company winner.
There was a few articles that were written about my journey and how I've succeeded as an apprentice to encourage other new recruits to join, and that it is the right way of working.
Sort of created a bit of a networking opportunity for me to reach out to some of the schools or the school that I went to and possibly or potentially now working on something that I can sort of speak to the children about apprenticeships and sort of give them an insight of my journey and how I can possibly affect them.
After being recognised at the awards, I have recently secured a promotion at Lloyds Bank, and I've also become part of the Apprenticeship Ambassador team.
I think the recognition that came with winning the award has been greatly beneficial to me. I think a lot of people now look up at me as an achiever. A lot of new apprentices come to me for guidance, and that's what's been most rewarding.
Being highly commended at the BAME Apprenticeship Awards was fantastic for me, as it allowed me to reflect on my culinary journey and to actually embrace how far I've come. It also helps me to want to push to continue to be an inspiration for others, to show them that this is possible.
After winning my award, I've achieved quite a few things. I think the highlight is winning the award more than anything, but I guess looking at different strands from that, I've won an award from the Mayor. That's when I was working with the Greater London Authority, and that was for my collaboration whilst working there. So I think that's been another great award. Another sort of achievement that I've also managed to attain was being able to present on the BBC radio, so being able to speak about apprenticeships and the positive aspects of doing an apprenticeship.
So I've definitely gotten recognition both in and out of my workplace. which has led me to other opportunities which I would like to take on in the future.
Winning the awards will be giving me a little bit of leverage to sort of speak to senior leaders that I may not have had the chance to speak to before, and give me the opportunity just to work with a wider network.
I think the awards are really important because it really showcases the talent that is out there within the BAME community. I think due to all the stigma that's attached in the Asian community, really celebrating apprentices in the BAME community has a positive impact to all those that are currently undertaking it or those that are considering to do an apprenticeship.
The awards are an excellent opportunity for individuals who have worked hard in their, to progress their careers, and they are able to echo apprenticeships.
It allows people within BAME communities who might feel underrepresented generally at work and through their apprenticeship to actually highlight and demonstrate their successes.
The awards are important because it allows the opportunity to create a noise to a wider network. It gives the opportunity to spread the name even further.
It allows apprentices to realise their achievements and to be able to give themselves a pat on the back and to be able to promote BAME apprenticeships to others.
I think the BAME Apprenticeship Awards are so important for people from black and minority ethnic groups, as it helps to showcase the talent that is within us that doesn't usually get broadcasted to the world.
I think by having the BAME Award again, it showcases top talents, it showcases that people from BAME backgrounds can do well and they can sort of go further in their career. And I think that's a major misconception, showing and supporting that pipeline of work. I think it's absolutely imperative, like for any industry, but I think it's good to sort of highlight that BAME apprentices, we can do something, we're as good as other apprentices from different ethnic backgrounds.
So we've been on a bit of a journey ourselves and have identified more ways in which we can support the apprenticeship community. I would like to thank all of the apprentices who took part in this year's 100 BAME Apprentice Survey. Your feedback has been vital in helping us make a difference. The BAME Apprentice Network aims to change the landscape of apprenticeships, empowering apprentices to develop both personally and professionally, as well as championing change within the sector. The network not only acts to support apprentices, but also support employers and learning providers on their journey to making a meaningful difference to their diversity, equity and inclusion policy. For more information, please feel free to reach out to me. Now, on to the awards. These couldn't happen without our fantastic sponsors, and specifically the support of our headline sponsors, Pearson. Global leaders in education, Pearson have been at the forefront of highlighting the BAME agenda. I would now like to hand over to Cindy Ramprasad, patron for the BAME Apprenticeship Awards and also Senior Vice President of BTEC and Apprenticeships at Pearson.
Hello everybody, I'm delighted to be here as part of the process to announce this year's Black and Minority Ethnic Apprenticeship Shortlist candidates. This is the second year that we in Pearson have sponsored these awards in partnership with ThinkFest, and I'd like to say a huge thank you to Kasim for all he does in supporting these awards and really championing Black and minority ethnic talent. These awards are really important as they really show talent, but also the pipeline of talent, and help to really nurture, I think, the future leaders in many sectors. Last year has not been an easy year. We know that COVID has caused disruption in so many sectors and impacted the journey of many apprentices. So well done to all of you for being able to complete your programme, for all of the support that you've received from your employers, and also from all of the training providers and further education colleges that have supported you on this journey. I'm really looking forward to celebrating with you all later in this year, but for now, enjoy the moment and being shortlisted. You thoroughly deserve your place on the shortlist. Thank you, everybody.
So, it's the time you've all been waiting for. Let's head over to our category sponsors to find out who has been shortlisted for this year's awards.
Hi, I'm Sergi Kanani from Kaplan Financial. Kaplan Financial are proud to support the BAME Apprenticeship Awards because we believe that every single learner should be supported to achieve their potential. Now let's see who's been shortlisted for the Finance Apprentices for the year. Thank you very much.
The finalists for the Accounting and Finance category are Adizwe Dolovu of EY, Anne Fernie Hay of Lloyds Banking Group, Harvey Reid of Barclays Bank, Melissa Boadu of Jigsaw Business Solutions, Omalade Ojo of Lloyds Banking Group, Prem Manoram of PwC, Shazia Patel of EY, and Tiana Oti of RSA.
Hello, I'm Mark McKenna, Managing Director of Mindful Education. On behalf of all my team, we're proud to support the BAME Apprenticeship Awards for a third year. It's a fantastic event and initiative. Now, let's see who's been shortlisted in the Management, Legal and Professional Services category.
The finalists for the Management, Legal and Professional Services category are Alexander Charalambouras of Visa, Alika Lee of Leaday, Amara Patel of BAE Systems, Hosam Rashid of Severn Trent, Pia Reid Crawford of Willis Towers Watson Limited, Shamaila Dar of University of Exeter, Tegan Williams of Severn Trent, and Tina Sattar of Unilever.
Hi, Dan Howard here. NCFE are proud to support the BAME Apprenticeship Awards because it is so important for us to recognise and celebrate talent and achievement within apprenticeships and also champion diversity, inclusion and equality within the workplace. Now let's see who's been shortlisted in the Charity, Voluntary and Public Services category.
The finalists for the Charity, Voluntary and Public Services category are Amina Ahmed of Achieve Training, Kamal Akhtar of Kirklees Council, Maria Abojaish of North Yorkshire County Council, Priya Sambath of Southwark County Council, Radha Ramdoni Bevan of Devonport High School for Boys, Taiwo Pereira of London Borough of Southwark, Victoria Burris of New Cross Hospital, Wolverhampton, and Zara Khan of Walsall Council.
Good afternoon. As the Commandant of the Training Management Group responsible for Royal Navy training and apprenticeships delivery, I'm very proud to be a sponsor of the BAME Apprenticeship Awards. The Royal Navy is incredibly proud to support these awards, recognising the important role they play in celebrating the success stories of apprentices from a range of diverse backgrounds. As sponsor of the Health, Medical and Social Care category, we know that the last 12 months has been immensely challenging and people working within the healthcare profession are rightly recognised as heroes. The apprentices nominated for this award should all be incredibly proud of everything they have achieved.
The finalists for the Health, Medical and Social Care category are Adla Rodriguez of PJ Care Limited, Champika Liana Atu Koralalaji Dona of Yeovil District Hospital Trust, Marie Jean-Louis of Surrey and Sussex Healthcare NHS Trust, Rebecca Charles of Millwater School, Ricardo Tambosa Santos of Great Ormond Street Hospital, Safa Ahmed of Catherine House Nursery, Shakuntala Devi Gadu of Birmingham City Council, and Zara Arifa of Great Ormond Street Hospital, Chemical Pathology. The finalists for the Retail, Hospitality and Tourism category are Adil Akhtar of Wix, Azar Aladad of Asda, Bridget O'Loughlin of House of Evelyn, Charlene Troff of Green King, Lisa Williams of Royal Navy, Malik Maya of Travis Perkins, Rudy Debeck and Kansa Ajay of Odeon, and Tasnim Sedeka of McDonald's Restaurants.
Hello there, it's Safraz Ali here, Saf from the Pathway Group. We're proud to be the founding sponsors of the BAME Apprenticeship Awards and the BAME Apprentice Network. We all know why diversity is important, and it's been an absolutely amazing last 6 years that we've been on this journey, really with your support and encouragement. And it's been phenomenal in terms of the apprentices that have been showcased, again with the support of employers and the learning providers. Now let's head over to see who the finalists are.
The finalists for the Construction Services category are Arij Moab of Weston Williamson and Partners, Aaron Gill of Mace, Elliot Webb of Sandwell Metropolitan Borough Council, Jasper Sergil of Balfour Beatty, Mohammed Farhan of SPV Group, Nicole Kawandera of Mace, Richard Brown of Gherkin Construction, and Shaquille Sargent of Tesco.
Hello, my name is Junie Asher-Smith and I'm the Human Resources Director for JTL. Once again, we're delighted to sponsor the BAME Apprenticeship Awards. At JTL, we've been setting standards in technical education for the last 30 years and actively shaping the development and evolution of the building services engineering sector. Fairly early on, we recognised that the sector should be more diverse and reflect the wider population. So it's at the heart of everything that we do. We work with around 3,500 businesses and train more apprentices than anyone else in the building services engineering sector. Right now, that includes around 8,000 young people from across England and Wales in a wide range of apprenticeship disciplines. That's electrical installation, plumbing and heating, building engineering services and property maintenance. We're driven by the pursuit of equality. It's embedded in everything that we do, and we encourage our colleagues to tackle barriers, perceptions and misunderstandings that get in the way of more diverse recruitment into industry. JTL is very proud to sponsor the BAME Apprenticeship Awards again this year. Congratulations to those of you that are shortlisted, to those of you that were nominated, and those of you that might even take a trophy home. I look forward to hearing more about you in the next few weeks.
The finalists for the Engineering and Manufacturing category are Ali E. Osman of United Utilities, Halima Arshad of Dyson, Hamza Ahmed of Airbus UK, Kali Shokar of Devon County Council, Krupesh Chudasama of Sky, Morgan Casiera of GSK, Talia Mavri of Alstom, and Tyler McKeon of Sterling Pharma Solutions.
Hi everyone, Jade Pearson here. Severn Trent are incredibly proud to be sponsoring this year's BAME Apprenticeship Awards. It's a fantastic way for us to see and recognise and celebrate all of the brilliant apprentice talent that exists across our organisations. We're also incredibly passionate about raising the profile of apprenticeships versus traditional academic routes, as we know apprenticeships can bring such a lot of value to the individuals that study on them and to the organisations too. So with that being said, let's have a look at and see who's made this year's shortlist for the Digital and Technology category.
The finalists for the Digital and Technology category are Desiree Ajaman of NatWest Ventures and NatWest Group, Delani Salvanathan of BBC, Manisha Kaur of Info UK Limited, Marian Akram of MOD Royal Air Force, Priyal Bandari of Cape Gemini, Sean Ucharagram of Santander UK, Tara Suran of IBM UK Limited, Umar Tanvir of BT, Veronica Wadwa of Essential, and Zaman Ahmad of Lloyds Banking Group.
Hi, I'm Karen Hanley, Head of Future Careers at Virgin Media. We're really proud to sponsor the BAME Apprenticeship Awards because it's really important to attract and nurture all diverse talent and more importantly celebrate all our individual differences. So good luck everyone. Let's now see who's been shortlisted for the Creative Media and Marketing category.
The finalists for the Media and Marketing category are Afrina A. Sheikh of Patch Plants, Aisha Fatima of Wilderness Agency, Bethel Moyo of Ventrix, Ishan Arya of Coca-Cola European Partners, Gurda Singh of On Logistics, Ira Israel of UK TV, Jamie Painter of AE Aerospace, Joseph Grove of Global Counsel, Krushma Bosamia of Aston Martin Lagonda, and Preeti Kaur of Google. The finalists for the Transport and Logistics category are Bintu Kaita of HS2 Limited, Charlemagne Chikavero of Cox Automotive, Kurjit Nat of Cortex Textron, Kojo Botsio of British Army, Laken Brown of Amazon, Ryan Brown of Tesco, Samson Dapper of Army, and Shamina Reid of London Underground.
Hi, my name is John Banks from Lloyds Banking Group, and we are proud supporters of the BAME Apprenticeship Awards. We know from first-hand experience the positive impact that apprenticeships have on apprentices themselves, the family and local community, as well as improving business performance and productivity. So we're delighted to be able to sponsor this award, which celebrates the outstanding achievements of apprentices from Black, Asian and minority ethnic groups. So let's have a look who's been shortlisted for the Judges' Choice.
The finalists for the Judges' Choice category are Brian Cassander of EY, Debashri Perkashta of Housemark, Ezra Cunningham of Jaguar Land Rover, Fatma Jalani of Google UK, Joy Oluwole of Atos, Justina Blair of NatWest, Lauren Ali of PwC, Mervyn Daly of Bentley Motors, Sephora Varatharison of Goldman Sachs, and Theodore Bramer of Lloyds Banking Group.
Hello, Anna Morrison here from Amazing Apprenticeships, and we're really proud to be supporting the BAME Apprenticeship Awards this year. We think it's so important to recognise and celebrate the fantastic work that's happening with apprentices and employers alike. So let's find out who's been shortlisted in the SME category.
The small and medium employer finalists are Above and Beyond, AE Aerospace, House of Evelyn, Jewish Care, Jigsaw Business Solutions Limited, LEYF Nurseries, On Logistics, PJ Care Limited, Regional Care, SPV Group, Weston Williamson and Partners, and Wilderness Agency.
Hi, Louise Allen here, Group Director at NOCN Group. We are proud to support the BAME Apprenticeship Awards again this year. There are so many fantastic success stories which need to be celebrated in the apprenticeship sector. The awards really help to make a difference in building awareness. Now let's see who has been shortlisted in the large employer category.
The larger employer finalists are Alstom, Balfour Beatty, Barclays Bank plc, BBC, Cape Gemini, Compass Group, Dyson, EY, Google, Great Ormond Street Hospital, High Speed 2, IBM UK Limited, Leaday, Lloyds Banking Group, London Borough of Southwark, Mace Group, McDonald's Restaurants Limited, NatWest, Severn Trent, Sky, the Royal Logistic Corp, Travis Perkins plc, United Utilities, Virgin Media, Visa, Walsall Council, and Willis Towers Watson Limited.
Hi, my name is Jane Hickey and I am the Chief Executive of the Association of Employment and Learning Providers. AELP is delighted to be a sponsor of the awards once again this year. We have done so for the past 5 years, and the reason for that is that we recognise the importance of the work that is done by the awards to help to widen participation of people from BAME backgrounds in apprenticeships. So, without further ado, let us see who has been shortlisted in the large provider category, and the very best of luck to everybody. Thank you.
The learning provider finalists are Access Skills Limited, Aston University, Davies Group, JTL, Just It, Learning Curve Group, Michael John Training School, Multiverse, Skills Training UK, and The Growth Company.
Huge congratulations to all of the apprentices that entered this year's awards. You are an inspiration to the future generations of apprentices, so please keep up the fantastic work you're doing. Well done to those who have been shortlisted. I wish you all the best in the next stages of the process. We hope that we will be able to see each other again and celebrate in person at our annual gala dinner on the 30th of September in Birmingham. Until then, please stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for watching.